Well, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome to Financial Wellness University. And today we're going to talk about one of the aspects of attaining financial wellness, and that is earning money. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please hit the bell. Please put a like down low so that I can get some positive feedback on how I can bring more positive and uplifting material to you. And if you new, also, I teach a very simple, straightforward method of understanding personal finances, and I do it by way of a system I developed over the last 30 years called the 7 phases of financial wellness. The 7 phases are: earn money, give money, track money, protect money, save money, spend money, and enjoy money. Now, each week I'll do my best to bring you a different aspect of each phase, but you can use these 7 phases as a way to evaluate your financial wellness by just looking at them over and over. And as you get better in each area, you'll see that your finances will begin to improve more and more. So this is not one system that is just for a certain segment of the community, a certain segment of the population, but this is practice and principles that anyone can apply to their lives, whether you make 17,000 a year or 17 billion a year. So the principles are overlapping, and they can help anyone become better at finance, because having a lot of money doesn't mean you're good at managing. But it's good to know that you can learn the basics that you should have learned in the educational system, but for some reason we weren't taught. So these are some things that's going to help us. And as I said earlier, one of the things we want to do today is look at the area or the phase called earn. Now, when we look at earning, one of the things that I want to focus on today is multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. Even Warren Buffett, who is one of the richest men to ever live, said, never depend on one stream of income. Even though he could take one stream of income and live off it for the next 50 to 100 years, he said, never depend on one stream of income. Why? Because the more streams of income you have, the stronger you are financially. Now, there's basically 7 kinds of income that a person can earn. Uh, the number one, or the first one we're going to look at, is called earned income. Earned income. Earned income is basically what you get when you have a job. You work your 40 hours, you work your 80 hours, and you get a paycheck for those hours you work. That's called earned income. So a person working in a fast food restaurant to the CEO of a company, those are still earned income. Then the good thing about earned income, you can depend on it. You know what you're getting, but it also means that your income is based on your work. Now you might have some leave or something that you can work, but if you don't work, basically you don't get paid. So that is earned income, and earned income can be good in the fact that, as I said, you can depend on, you can count on a steady flow of income, but you are not the owner of the company for earned income. Now, if you have a high income, of course that's good, but an earned income is not the only way of earning money. One of the other ways you can earn money is called profit income. That means you buy something at a low price and you sell it at a high. That's profit income. Say retail, you have a business on Amazon where you buy a little item for a little price and you resell it for a higher price. That's profit income. Those you can do that in a flea market. You can do that on eBay, which is one of the largest digitally based flea markets in the world. So buy low, sell high. That's profit income. Then you have interest income. Say you have a loan business, you loan money. Now, the interest income is great for the people who are loaning money, but it's not great for the people who borrow. So be careful of these payday loans and things like that, because they charge high interest and it's hard to get out of them. So it's better to be the lender and not the borrower when it comes to interest income. Another way of interest income is pawn shops. A little safer way of getting money, because you have merchandise that you give as a collateral for any loan that you give. And I'm not promoting loans. I'm promoting that you stay debt free. But if you are the lender, these are certain ways that you can have interest income through lending money. The other way is dividend income. If you have stocks and bonds or more, mutual funds, the company, when the company does well, they distribute a certain amount to their investors on a regular basis, and this is called dividend income. Instead of that, what you can choose to do is reinvest your dividends back into the company, and that's fine too. But there's a way of doing it where you can get a constant income or constant flow of income from your investments through the company that's making money, and that's called dividend income. And then there is capital gains. Now, capital gains can come from when you buy, and when you buy, say you bought that same stock and then you sold it at a higher price. That's capital gains. That's money you've made on buying a house. You bought a house at 100,000 and you sold it at 2. There's $100,000 worth of capital gain. So those capital gains are one way of having an income. And of course, as I said about real estate, you can also have rental income. Rental income is good because it's you do it once and you get paid over and over and over for the same person. That's another word that we need to be familiar with. It's called passive income. Passive income can happen in some of these because passive income means you do it once and you keep getting paid over and over and over. And you see that a lot in the next stream of income called royalty income. In royalty income, this refers to more like you wrote a book, you have music out there. Whenever that book is sold, you get a little piece of that sell in the form of a royalty. Or you in a movie, a TV show, you do a TV show years ago, and you just keep getting paid. That show has been syndicated, so you keep getting paid over and over and over for that show. That's called royalty income. So you don't necessarily have to have an income in each area, but we should all aim to have multiple streams of income. Now, if you're married and both husband and wife have an income, you have 2 streams of income. So you are already ahead of most people if you have 2 streams of income. Now, the key to benefiting from multiple streams of income is that we don't pattern our lives to live off of both streams of income. What am I saying? I'm saying if you say the husband, you make 100,000 and the wife makes 75, don't make all your expenses as if there's $175,000 of income. A good example of how I saw this in my own life, my wife and I, when we got married, we both had jobs, we both had an income, but we decided that our house wouldn't be based on the income of both of us. Now, she could pay extra expenses, she could save more, or we both contributed to the expenses, but when she got pregnant and wanted to come home, it wasn't a problem because our expenses wasn't based on having both of us working at the same time. So that was a real benefit, and it eases us financially when we have uh, more streams of income. More streams of income give us strength, give us confidence, and especially in times where the economy is suffering. If we had several streams of income, we can lose one or two streams of income and not be bothered by it because we have so many other streams of income. It's like if you owned a franchise and you had one franchise and the franchise didn't do well, you are financially in trouble. But if you had 50 franchises and five didn't do well, then you still have your other 45 that are doing well to make up for the losses in the other one. So multiple streams of income strengthens you in a way to help you uh, not have a major setback when things go wrong. Now, uh, one way that people can make extra money is through overtime. So the key to overtime is use overtime to pay off stuff, pay off debt, to build up investments, to buy stuff that might be outside of your normal monthly budget, but don't use uh, overtime income as a way to say, okay, I'll up my living. That's a mistake that a lot of people make. You get a raise, you up your living. You get overtime on a regular basis, you up your living. But the truth of the matter is your overtime could end at any time. So if your cost of living is based on your overtime and that overtime leaves, then you're in trouble because it's almost like losing a job. But if you use that overtime as a way to strengthen your position, then you use that overtime in a beneficial way. For instance, someone makes, say, $50,000 and they get $25,000 in overtime. Well, a lot of people say, well, I'm gonna go buy me a house or I'm gonna get me a car. I make, $2,000 extra a month, $1,000 extra a month. That's a car payment for me. Well, instead of doing that, save up that cash and buy that car with cash so that if that overtime is cut, now you're not stuck with a 5 or 7 year commitment to pay off something that you don't have money to pay on. So use those streams of income to strengthen you financially, not to commit you and burden you financially. One example I saw where a gentleman, he had two jobs. He had one full-time job. Let's just say, for example, he made 75,000 on his full-time job, and he made another 25 on his part-time. Well, that full-time job where he was laid off, but he had the opportunity to go to the part-time and say, I'm available to work here full-time now. Is there a position available? Yes. Now he not only could transition from his full to his part-time, but he got a raise because now he could be a manager because they didn't hire part-time managers, and he got a raise in salary because now he's full-time and he was able to recoup some of the losses that he got from his other full-time job. So now he transitioned, and if he wasn't living off of all his part-time income, now he has an opportunity to replace his other full-time and recoup some of that. And then he has the potential to get another part-time somewhere else to build up and where he used to be. So that's one of the benefits of having multiple streams of income. So if one stream goes away, you can always rely on the other stream to help you out. Now, ideally, you want to have multiple streams of income. Work several jobs. You can work from home. There's a lot of opportunities to work from home. You can drive. There's a lot of services where you can drive and deliver packages or commute people or sell things online. So do your very best to build those multiple streams of income, because a lot of people who've had multiple streams of income has turned their little side hustle into a full-time career that replaces what they used to call their full-time income. And it benefits your family, it benefits you, it benefits society, because now you have options that you didn't have before. Now your employer doesn't have as much hold on your life, because you're not forced to do something that you wouldn't do if you had multiple streams of income. So it strengthens you in many ways, and that's one of the ways that the rich stay rich, because they have multiple streams of income. And when it comes to the 7 phases of financial wellness, that is one of the ways that we can begin to experience financial wellness, is to have multiple streams of income. So if you haven't done so already, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell, and look forward to seeing you in the future. God bless. Take care. Be safe.